Hi guys, welcome back to Spice Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you're joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe to get notified when we post more breaking news updates. Please click on the notification bell and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. The national president of the Arewa Youth Consultative Forum, Alhaji Yarima Shettima, has stated that despite the commendable efforts of President Bola Tinubu in his first month in office, he is ready to engage the administration if it goes the wrong way. Now speaking during an interview with Vanguard, Shettima insisted that the minister who served in the past administration must account for what they did while in office and explain the sources of their wealth. He noted that unlike the past administration of Muhammad Buhari, which according to him looted the treasury and put the country in huge debt, Tinubu has proven that he is committed to the intentional governance, and he however noted that he would take Tinubu's administration seriously after he invites the past ministers to give an account for their time in office. And yes, he said, so far so good. In the last 20 days, we've seen actions and body language which have given hope. Unlike the last 8 years, from the beginning, we thought President Buhari was going to perform some kind of magic. And it took time before he appointed his ministers. And we thought he was still consulting, looking for a different set of people and the best brain. But the same characters at the end of the day that were there before he came up with, even after 6 months. So his administration ended up squashing, the treasury and putting Nigeria in a huge debt. So now, with the body language of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we can at least see some changes that we could not see in 8 years. And yes, in the previous administration, Buhari made appointments and went to sleep. Even when the appointees failed, he pretended not to see them, and there was massive corruption in his government. But now, with President Tinubu in the schedule, we can see the body language, especially from the EFCC and the CBN. Yes, how the CBN governor Emefiele was suspended, how the EFCC chairman Abdulrasheed Bawah was also suspended, and after the suspension, it followed an immediate arrest. The same goes for Godwin Emefiele. So we continue to hope that nobody should be allowed to go free. Anybody who is found wanting should be brought to the book, and we look forward to seeing him beyond the action on EFCC head. The past ministers and their families should be brought to account for what they have done while in office and explain the source of their wealth. My country people, say for this country wey we dey, sometimes some kind people wey dey for authority for this our country, anytime wey the citizens approach them to say, may they provide necessary information about the resources and the offices entrusted to them, some kind public officers go dey say, why be say Nigerians want make they see their records and everything. We are requesting for all these things so that we will know how you have used this office. So as it dey be like this, so some public officers hate accountability. They hate it so much because they know that there are some things that they have done, that they know they don't want the people to find about it. That is why now the EFCC has been going around grilling some ex-governors, like recently when they called the former Benue State Governor, Samuel Otom. They called him, questioned him over how he spent his time while he was the governor of the state, over his stewardship as the governor of the state, when he was in office, how he spent the money allocated to the state. So my country people, now so it's supposed to be. But as they be like this, so they don't just say, see, if Tinubu wants make the Arewa Youth Consultative Forum, may they take am seriously, then he must invite all Buhari's ministers for questioning, including Buhari himself, because we know the kind corruption wey go on during Buhari's tenure as the president of this country. And in 2015, Buhari said he will come and fight corruption. But at the end of the day, his government turned out to be the worst when it comes to corruption. Corruption really, ravaged Buhari's administration. There was intense corruption here and there. The same corruption that Buhari promised to fight. Oh, he said he would bring change. And at the end of the day, we indeed saw a great change. But it was a negative change, to us. And according to the Arewa youth, they say, well, we have continued to hope that nobody will be allowed to go scot-free. Anybody that is found wanting should be brought to the book, just like the CBN governor, the suspended CBN governor, just like the EFCC chairman and others, including Buhari's ministers. Oh, they should be brought to the book. They should come and explain the sources of their wealth. They should give accounts for how they have spent, their resources and everything they did while in office. And if Tinubu wants us to take his government seriously in terms of fighting corruption, in terms of the economy, then we will know that, yes, Tinubu is ready. But he has to, look at these issues. He has to start grilling, the Buhari's ministers and all. So my country people, what are your thoughts concerning this? Tinubu have really made it known that he will hit the ground running. And he has done that indeed. He has done that. And there is one thing, that is a must. Every public servant, every public office holder, must be able to give accounts or should give accounts for the source of their wealth, through appropriate institutions. That is why we have the EFCC, we have the DSS, we have other anti-corruption agencies that are on ground to grill these office holders, to grill these politicians in case things go south. And yes, Nigerians have been calling onto the EFCC to question the ex-governors, the likes of Nyesom Wike, Samuel Otom, Ifeanyi Okowa, and other ex-governors on how they spent the state money, while others are also calling for the EFCC to go after Buhari's ministers. Yes, so my country people. So this is coming from the Arewa Youth Consultative Forum. They said if Tinubu wants to take them seriously, if Tinubu, wants them to take him seriously, then he must invite Buhari's ministers for questioning. So guys, I'm dropping here. What are your thoughts concerning this? Please kindly share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you. Bye for now.